This is Washington, D.C., headquarters to the National War on Drugs. The closest battlefields are the neighborhoods that are in the very shadows of our nation's capital. The politicians say they're winning that war among teenagers, but the families who live in low-income Washington, D.C. say their neighborhoods are being swallowed up by drug wars that are taking the lives of children now.
Night, day, all night, there's drugs, selling them and everything else, a whole lot of them.
Last year, 14 youngsters between 11 and 17 years old were gunned down on the streets of Washington, D.C. Here are a few of the faces. 15-year-old Sean Smith was shot to death in an argument over a ski jacket. 12-year-old Mark Settles was shot to death along with his dog in an apparent argument over drugs. 16-year-old Derek Ingram was killed execution style, handcuffed behind the back and shot twice in the head. These are the streets that 16-year-old Derek Ingram grew up on and died on. He is remembered as the kid who loved music, the kid who loved playing drums for the Junkyard Band, a popular Washington, D.C. go-go group of inner-city kids who made their junk funk music on empty paint buckets, tin cans, toy instruments, and anything else they could find. Police don't know who murdered Derek Ingram, but they do believe it was a drug deal gone bad. Derek's schoolmates at Fletcher Educational Center, a combined elementary and junior high school, have been to their share of funerals. These teenagers display a frightening maturity and a chilling acceptance of the violence that drugs have brought to their lives.
How many of you know someone who has been killed over drugs? 7, 8. 8 out of 12 of you.
You feel sad at first, but then it just go away. You just don't think about it no more.
But why are kids selling drugs 13, 14 years old? When they know they might get arrested,
for money,
they might get killed, they might get shot at. Why are they doing it?
For money. They see other people doing it, and they want to be like them.
They say it's fast money. It's a better way to make fast, quick money.
But that fast money is dragging kids into a world of living now and paying later, more and more with their lives. Jack Gilmore is a guidance counselor at Fletcher.
Attaining, not obtaining. And that's what's happening today. You know, you look at Johnny, you know Johnny came from the same projects or the same area that you lived, and within a month or 2 months after being on the street, hustling, bang, he's got $5,000 worth of jewelry around his neck. He's driving a 500 or 560 BMW, you know, a Mercedes. Hey, he attained that in that short period of time. Well, I'm going right out here and do the same thing. It's a today thing, it is a me thing, which society has become, a me society.
Gilmore argues that it's that attitude that's made hustling a way of life in poor neighborhoods, where kids are buying into the quick fix that will get them the expensive boots, clothes, jewelry, and sunglasses. And some of them are not afraid to openly and proudly display one of the tools of the drug trade, beepers. They are children like 14-year-old Donnell Leonard who are learning the lessons of life the hard way and at an early age.
Why did you decide to go and sell drugs?
Because of the money. I seen where everybody else had money selling drugs.
How much money did you make?
$250.
$250? And what were you selling?
Both PCP.
And what happened?
And I was walking, the police arrested.
Why didn't you ever think that you might be arrested? You could be killed. I mean, didn't that scare you at all? Why not?
Because of the money.
Why is that money so important?
When I see money, I just go.
You can see why, when it only took Donnell about 30 minutes on one street corner to make that money, and it only cost him a couple of hours at a juvenile facility before being released to his mother's custody.
But the sad reality is drugs are not going to go away. In poor neighborhoods in Washington, D.C. and in other cities around the country, illegal drug dealing, the fast money it brings, and the trail of brutal violence it often leaves has become almost a way of life.